How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video on this channel, and this time you'll see the video is not a month or over a week uploaded than the other one. But as we know, last time scored points. We've actually scored points the last two races. I believe we came 7th, or not 7th, I think 6th in both of them. But we have made tremendous process, especially from the last series that we did on F1 2022. We didn't even score points at all, just because the AI were so overpowered, and unfortunately, I could not upgrade, or I could not update my team. So that's very unfortunate there. But as you can see, we don't have a lot of money. I've been spending a lot of it on facilities, and obviously we are here in Spain. Not much of a chance of rain here in Q1. Again, Spain is not my cup of tea. I'm not the greatest at Spain, never have, never claimed to be. Although, towards the very beginning, when this game first came out, I was, top 500 in Spain. Although that was trying to get, that was for the times for the PSGL League. And of course the cars functioned a little bit more different, and the setups weren't as fine-tuned. But I somewhat knew what I was doing around here. But now, there was actually 2 updates between the last time I can remember driving in Spain. As you can see back there, we used to not even be able to go flat out at one point. Just we would lose the rear of the car as we go wide here. But I remember before any updates even happened, you could drive around Spain pretty comfortably. I mean, nowhere did you have to worry about actually, losing the rear end. But as you see, we cut there. Unfortunately, I think some footage got lost in Q1. And this has kind of been a recurring theme. I mean, it happened last video, but I have finally changed the destination of where the files, the video files go, and they're in a much larger hard drive rather than on my SSD that doesn't have much room left, as I just use to start up Windows. But coming around here, this is, in my opinion, my personal opinion, the hardest corner. That flat out corner just before the straight, I believe that's the hardest corner in F1 to consistently get down. I'm just not good at it, and that's really what kills my time here in Spain. Last year, it wasn't that bad to go around, but this year, the cars are so much heavier. They should have more downforce, but they don't. Yeah, just a hard corner to really get down and be consistent on. And as you can see here, just 0.08 off of Lando Norris's time. This is not a bad time whatsoever. As you can see here, we get caught a little bit behind Alexander Albon, who honestly probably should be our rival, not Pierre Gasly, as most of the time we do get caught up by Alex Albon. But unfortunately, I'm not able to set a faster time. No point wasting your guys' time showing that. It wasn't even close. It was a terrible lap. But unfortunately, just 2 positions away, as you can see Alex Albon there, just ahead of us into Q2, just out of Q2. Incredibly unfortunate. We still stay ahead of our teammate, and like I said before, I don't think we'll be keeping our teammate around for much longer, as he hasn't really been performing at all. Consistently last. Not the best driver you can choose in out of F2. Probably my pick will be Logan Sargent. We'll have an all-American lineup, or Liam Lawson, who has been looking very promising lately. But as you can see here, Pierre Gasly, our main rival, just scoring more points than us. But you don't score championship points here on Sunday, where the main event is happening. And this time I actually changed the fuel, unlike last time, because usually we have a lot of fuel left. But that's enough rambling from me. Let's get this race underway. and that's lights out, and away we go. Again, not so good of a start as Zhou Guan Yu and Kevin Magnussen go flying in front of us, but Nicholas Latifi still behind consistently last year, but we just dive bomb it down and overtake the two Aston Martins of Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll. And unfortunately, Sebastian Vettel, of course, will not be in next year's game because he will no longer be in Formula One. Same with Mick Schumacher and Daniel Ricciardo, but that's definitely a hard hit from Seb, especially since I am a Red Bull fan. As Zhou Guan Yu tries to get his elbows out a little bit, but we send it down the inside of Alex Albon as we touch the back of Mick's Haas just a little bit. Luckily, no damage. These front wings have been gone through a lot, very tested by me, as we almost lose the back a little bit, and this allows Alex Albon to try to go for us, but we just cover him off as here we go wide, and you guys will see me do this a lot throughout the race as Mick Schumacher can't really get too much. He closes the door a little bit too soon, but there's definitely a big train ahead. I know it's very hard to overtake around here, but it isn't impossible, unlike Monaco, which will be the next race. But again, some of these main straights definitely could be able to overtake Mick Schumacher, but we have to keep Alex Albon and Zhou Guan Yu off of us for the time being, and hopefully we can even possibly score points if strategy with a safety car were to go our way. But now we just need to keep our head down and focus on Mick Schumacher and the drivers behind us, and maximize the positions we can gain as we actually go purple here in Sector 1. I have been very fast through Sector 1. It's just the middle sector and part of the last sector I'm not the greatest at. It's just the car is a little bit too heavy, or not too heavy, just not that aerodynamic, as we almost lose it a little bit as that sausage curb there. Don't know why EA decided to add 20 sausage curbs where they shouldn't be. I mean, I remember doing some time trial stuff for a weekend event in Austin, and I remember the Austin GP that was that weekend, and I was like, I'm gonna keep my eyes peeled for the sausage curbs. Half the sausage curbs in F1 2022 do not exist in real life. And yeah, I understand, this isn't a simulator, but that's the exact problem. It's an arcade game that has simulator-like tracks on them, and the cars are just kind of in the middle, which makes it a little bit tough, and that's definitely what I very much dislike about this game. They either need to make it a simulator or an arcade type and just stick with it. As Mick Schumacher going all over the place, as we have to slow down a little bit and not bump into the back of them. And so far our tires have been holding up a little bit. We have been throwing a lot, especially with the rears, and especially that left rear, all the way over a quarter just now, as touching the back of Mick Schumacher has again. But as you can see here, Alex Albon is quite a ways off of us, and but not quite out of DRS range. But he does have Zhou Guan Yu right behind him, who he can hopefully tussle with. Same with Yuki Tsunoda and Mick Schumacher, as Schumacher tries to go for the outside as Yuki Tsunoda opts in for the line as they touch there just before the apex. A little bit of touching, and this allows us to overtake Mick Schumacher and touch the back of Yuki Tsunoda. Again, this front wing has been taking a lot of damage this race, and really showing just the strength here at Molina Motorsports. But as you see, Mick Schumacher has also been overtaken by Alex Albon. Don't know if damage happened to the side. I don't think so. They didn't seem to touch it that hard. But I did see a little bit of smoke come off as we get DRS. And just a fair warning here, the video does cut, as unfortunately the game kind of freezes. But coming around here, just as we enter the apex, we light up the rears a little bit too much and we spin out. And this causes Zhou Guan Yu and Sebastian Vettel to be out of the race as we break Zhou Guan Yu's front wing. And luckily, our front wing isn't damaged one bit as a safety car is deployed. And Daniel Ricciardo and Yuki Tsunoda get ahead of us. But we are able to overtake Daniel Ricciardo. But since we are pitting, we'll just have to see if he pits. and if we should just overtake him before as we change our strategy to go on to the mediums. I don't know why I said hard. I was planning on pitting for the mediums as Daniel Ricciardo decides to stay out, and we don't have to overtake him as Yuki Tsunoda is given a 5-second time penalty, even though it was my fault. This game, I'm not going to bash it too much for the penalty system since most race games don't have the greatest penalty system. But as you can see, that Haas and Mick Schumacher also has to get their front wing done as Théo Pourchaire seemed to pit with us as well. But just like that, we are back underway all the way up into P13. And we know Alex Albon does have a slower car. And we should be able to overtake him as Mick Schumacher getting just right in the back of us. But luckily, again, no DRS activated until the next lap. So we have plenty of time to shake off Mick Schumacher before, as our tires aren't the warmest. I probably should have spent more time worrying about the tires under the safety car. But still, the drivers ahead, Hamilton, I believe a Ferrari as well, they're just leaving me and Albon in the dust after every corner. No way we're going to be able to keep up with them. But now we just got to keep our eyes on Alexander Albon, who should be our true rival during this season, as really it takes us a little bit to finally catch up to Alex Albon. Again, Spain, not my greatest thing, but I'm actually surprised the drivers ahead haven't completely dusted us, although they have probably been fighting with each other, especially. And actually, we get a yellow flag here, as it appears one of the drivers ahead might be going slow, and he actually retires. Pierre Gasly, our rival, out of the session. 3 points for us. This race could not have played even bigger into our hands. But we do overtake Alex Albon. This is unfortunately off camera. Again, the game decided to lag. This was before I changed my settings. So the lag is definitely there. And unfortunately here, the video just stopped. And I don't really know what else to say, other than I'll see you guys in the next one. Tell me what you guys want to see in the next video. And peace.